Hello everyone, good afternoon. This is Sam. It is a beautiful Saturday afternoon, and right now I'm showing you my living room garden, I should say that. And if you notice, I have my outdoor orchids indoor at this time because we're experiencing some cold front, and the forecast is a week of low temperatures here in South Texas. So what you're seeing right now are several of my cattleyas on the floor. These plants are growing outside on the porch area of my apartment. And let me show you one thing. I have here a Dendrobium phalaenopsis that I purchased from Lowe's on sale, and for the very first time I notice that finally a spike is formed, and I believe hopefully it will survive, because this cane here, it showed a spike there, but it was not able to push through. I don't know what happened. And there we go, guys, some of my cattleyas on the floor, and they're not doing great, but they're doing fine, I think. I was able to bloom some of them, and those that bloomed a few years back, they look ugly now, and I don't know why. It's probably the water I'm using, because I'm just using tap water for my cattleyas. And well, I'd like to show you some of my indoor plants. And this is what? A philodendron that I purchased around springtime this year, and it doesn't look nice anymore in comparison to the first time I purchased it from Walmart, but it's still alive. I should say that. And I have this one in water culture. I don't know the name of this plant, but it's doing well here in this media using water. And this one is also in water culture. It's doing well. And these are keikis from my anosmum that I removed from the canes last night, because I'm already planning to initiate rest period for my anosmum for this year. I think it's still early, but I decided to stop watering those plants because the cold weather is coming almost every day here in the valley now. And I have this pothos here, and this is a silver pothos I also purchased at Walmart, and it's not doing great, but it's doing fine. And this one is another pothos that I purchased from Walmart, and the name is, what does it say? Pearl and Jade pothos. This one is doing good, but it's not growing robustly, aggressively I should say. And this is my spider plant. It's beautiful. Look at that. She's very healthy. And the rest of my plants here in my living room, these are pothos. There are 4 pots here, and there's one right there, and a few more growing in water culture. There's 1, 2, and 3 right there. And let me show you one thing. I think I would like to encourage everybody who's watching this to grow, what is the name of this plant? It's a white bird of paradise, I believe so. And this is a tall plant, but right now it is a seedling I purchased from Walmart around springtime, and it's doing well right here indoor. It's not getting a lot of light here, but it's growing well. And this is my fern. Is this a fern? I think this is a fern. It's also doing well here. The only concern I have with this plant is the newer leaves that are shooting out from the plant. They're skinnier. So I'm changing the fertilizer. I changed the fertilizer I'm using for this plant. And I have also that plant right there. I don't know the name of this plant, but it's growing there also. It's about 10 feet away from the window, but it's doing well here. And let me show you the plants that are growing on around my window area. I have this palm here. I used to have 2 pots of this, but I gave away the other one because I don't have enough space here in my living room. And look at my IVs. They are doing well. They're super long now. Look at that. And there's also one here on this other side. And there's a fern right there. And there's another one right here. They're turning brown. And here are my Vandas. I decided to bring them in because the temperature next week will drop below 40 degrees. Alright, let me go to my other room to show you the rest of my collections. Let's go. So right now I'm in my other room where I grow the rest of my orchids. And this room I'm using it to grow my Phalaenopsis and some of my Dendrobium Phalaenopsis orchids. And right now what I'm showing you are actually my Dendrobium anosmum that I stopped watering, and the leaves are starting to turn yellow. Those are my first 2 pots. They're a little bit longer this year. And let's see, the other one, it's hanging on that side of my room. This one is super long. I measured it this morning, and the longest cane is around 5 feet long. It's hanging there all the way down to the floor. So I need to build something so I can hang this Dendrobium anosmum here for its blooming time. And here in this section I have my Dendrobium orchids. This one is still in full bloom, and this one, 3 buds are already open. It's pretty. Look at that color right there. And the only disappointment I have with this plant here is the first bud that's supposed to open today blasted. I don't know the reason why, but I was super excited this morning to check on it, but I woke up with a dying bud. Oh well, there are several more that hopefully will open. I think the main reason why it died because this plant, look at those discoloration of the leaves. It was infested with spider mite before, and hopefully there are no more spider mites. And the other division of that orchid is here. This spike has 4 buds, and I'm not sure how the flower look like because this is a orchid that I purchase and sell at Lowe's. And the rest of my plants that are not in bloom, they are there. These are Phalaenopsis orchids that I have for several years, and they haven't bloomed for me for several years too. There's a few of them there, and they're actually very healthy and beautiful. They are super green and the leaves are super shiny. Look at that, guys. And above that, those orchids on this shelf here, I have three of my species orchids. This is a Celeriana, and this is a Philippinensis, and another Celeriana there, and the rest are just hybrid orchid that I purchased from some box stores here. And let me show you one thing. My other Brassavola orchid that I purchased 2 years ago, and this is the Brassavola orchid that I have in my collection. Actually, I have two. One is in bloom, and I was not expecting this to spike, but it also gave me several spikes. I think this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, and several more that's coming out from this pot here. And down here are also Cattleya orchids that I have indoor this time. These plants are growing out there actually. I just brought them in anticipation for the cold weather next week. And the rest of my plants, they are sitting on this table here. These are Latourette orchids that I have in my collection, and at the moment they haven't flowered yet. This one is a green one, I believe, and this one is a purple Latourette flowering orchid, and a few dendrobium orchids here, and some other phalaenopsis here. Alright, they are growing on, the rest are growing by the windowsill right there. And another Vanda orchid here, let's see, well, it's not showing, the light is blocking my phone, so it's not getting the proper light there. So moving on to this side, let's see. This one is already in full bloom. Look at those flowers, they're pretty. There's just one bloom. There's just one bloom. There's just one bud that hasn't opened yet. And here is my Sanderiana right there. It is soaking in water right now because I watered my orchids earlier today. And this one is still in bud, and this is my Brassavola that is in bloom at the moment. And wow, the blooms are super lasting, super long lasting. Wow, beautiful. So I think that's it, guys. I will give you another update when the rest of my dendrobiums will open up. And hopefully, because I changed my fertilizer that I'm using for my Phalaenopsis orchid, hopefully all these will spike this year. Alright guys, thank you for watching, and please subscribe to my channel, and I will give you more update. Maybe tomorrow or when the buds of my Phalaenopsis will start to open. And thank you guys. Have a great Saturday afternoon, and thank you for watching again. And have a great day. Bye bye.